Hi, I'm Greg Lutz from ComponentOne, and you are watching Russ Cam.
This is Karen, and you're watching Russ Cam, and I'm here with Greg Lutz. How are you today?
I'm very good.
Excellent. So Greg, why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself and what brings you here to CodeCam?
My name is Greg Lutz. I'm a product manager at ComponentOne. I primarily manage all of our XAML development tools, so studios for WPF, WinRT XAML, Windows Phone, and Silverlight primarily.
Great.
And I'm based out of Pittsburgh, but I've traveled down here to Fort Lauderdale to attend this CodeCamp today.
All right, Greg, and I know you have something for XAML that you would like to show us today.
Oh, yes. One of our newest and hottest products is Studio for WinRT XAML. It's a collection of over 20 UI controls for building native Windows 8 applications with XAML. The purpose of the Studio is to really fill in the gaps, provide controls that Microsoft did not provide in the box. So for instance, we have a calendar control here. Some other controls we have include date time pickers. These are essential controls for building applications that you wouldn't get in the box. You'd have to use a third-party set like ComponentOne's. We also add a lot of advanced controls, things like charts and data grids, things that will add advanced data visualization to your applications. It's the largest Studio available today, has the most controls, the most unique controls that provide a lot of functionality that people need to do in their applications. A great example of that is the PDF viewer control. The PDF viewer control allows you to view arbitrary documents within your application with smooth zooming and scaling. So essentially, this unlocks so much capability because anything can be viewed as a PDF. Your reports, your documentation, all of that can now be natively viewed in your application with this control. No coding required, you just basically load the document. We can do certain things like we can find text within the document. This control has support for printing. Basically what you do is, it has a method in the control called getPages. It returns the framework elements that represent each page. That unlocks so much capability for you as a developer. You can put the pages in your own custom viewer, you can create thumbnails, and also, more importantly, most importantly, you can print the page. You can print the whole document. We also added our tiles control. Tiles allow you to build sort of application hubs in tiles within your own application. So let's say you want to divide your app into different sections. You create a hub for each one, and your user can easily select one and go to that section.
Greg, that's really cool. I bet you a lot of developers will like that one.
Definitely.
An awesome product.
Definitely. And what's neat about it is it's one of our controls that's specifically designed for WinRT XAML. You know, because if you're a fan of ComponentOne, you've been following ComponentOne, the history of us.
Which you know you are.
Yeah, we've had many popular controls for Silverlight and WPF. A lot of the same controls we offer across all these different platforms. This is one control that is specifically engineered just for WinRT XAML. Another new control we actually just released is our tree view control. A tree view is a very fundamental control for use in native applications for creating hierarchical lists of data. So here we're grouping data, and we can create collapsible nodes of those groups with a tree view control. Another new control we added is the FlexGrid control. FlexGrid is one of ComponentOne's most legendary components.
Right.
With this release, we've added better performance with scrolling.
So Greg, would you just state, please, briefly, what collection view has over the standard collection class?
Sure. So the C1 collection view class adds sorting, filtering, and grouping. And these are, for business applications, these are fundamental things that you need to do to your data. And without it, you'd have to use things like LINQ to sort of sort and filter and group your data source on the client. It's sort of a layer on top of your data that adds the functionality for you. And if you're familiar with the collection views in WPF or Silverlight, it has the same API, so it's easy to use. The biggest control we're adding is the ComponentOne RichTextBox control that will allow you to edit rich text documents as well as HTML in a WYSIWYG editor.
Awesome. All right, Greg, thank you so much for your time, being on Russ Cam and taking your time to tell us all about WinRT XAML.
Stay tuned for outtakes and photos after this short message.
Get UI controls for data visualization, layout, input, and more inside the ComponentOne Windows 8 Studios. Designed to enhance the rich user experience of Windows 8, these controls give you powerful and unique functionality to help you build better and more compelling Windows Store apps. No matter whether you develop in C#, VB, or JavaScript, ComponentOne has controls for you. Visit ComponentOne.com/WinRT to learn more and download the controls today. You're watching Russ Cam.
That purple outfit you got on, that matches our purple from Grape City.
See who is the owner of ComponentOne. Go to ComponentOne.com/RussCam to find other episodes and check out my blog. Don't miss an issue of the Russ Cam TV Daily News with feeds from over 400 industry influentials. Subscribe today at russcam.componentone.com. Plus follow Russ Cam TV on Twitter and Facebook.